premeditated murderers, there's hitmen, etc. There's people that just drink and drive and kill someone. You're still a killer.
Exactly.
Regardless of how you do it.
Enjoy the fact of watching their woman with another.
It can be either or.
Really
I gave two different definitions.
Yeah.
Man.
But those are really broad on the spectrum. Like that's a pretty big middle ground. There's a lot of room for what ifs in there.
I would agree with him 1,000,000%. I'm a very.
It's just interesting to me because like all of y'all would prefer the controlling guy, but you're making arguments for the cuck. Like y'all wouldn't even want the cuck.
No, thank
y'all don't
you.
even want him. Like y'all over here saying, "Oh, let's make an argument for the cuck," but y'all don't even want him. Make that make sense.
There's no respect there at all.
Make that make sense.
But
I think
crazy.
I would respect my man more.
Still tells me what to do.
Yeah, literally. Like I'm still gonna respect my man.
You don't respect your man now.
Boy,
what?
You said boy.
Bro, you don't respect your man now. What are you talking about?
Bro. And you call him a cuck too.
Like, yo, like what? You don't respect him now. You do what you want, but he's a country boy at home and he can't go nowhere. You don't respect him now.
No. If my man would have told me before I came to this podcast, if he said, "Do not do that," I would have said, "Okay, no problem."
Man, man, you play a hard as fuck right now.
No, I gave that option.
If he told you don't go to Miami, would have you come out here?
Of course, I would not have came out.
No,
here.
you would have came out.
That's cap, man.
Yeah, it's cap.
No, that's okay. You can think that. You can assume what my decisions would be, but I know what my decisions would be.
Here's the thing: when I see the way a woman behaves and the way she speaks about her man, that behavior that she's exhibiting is a mere reflection of that man's masculinity. I could tell when a girl's with a pussy or when the girl's with a strong guy. If she's with a pussy, she behaves however she wants. She does whatever she wants. She shoots first, asks questions later because there's no consequences.
Yeah.
But when I see a girl that's with a strong man, she shuts the hell up. She's quiet. She's docile. She's feminine. She watches what she says. She makes sure to never embarrass him because she understands that her behavior directly reflects her man's personification and masculinity. Like women behave differently when they're with a dominant, strong man versus with a loser. No offense, but the guy that you're with is more than likely a loser. You have leverage in a relationship. He can't tell you shit. You tell him shit, and that's just how it goes. Period. Am I wrong here? But you don't respect him. I can tell that.
I think you're
telling
me somewhat of the truth, right? Like, so I'm dating somebody now, right? This guy and, Bree and I have had this conversation. I tend to go after the guys that tell me what to do more, and that's what I enjoy. That's why I picked the dominant man. I wouldn't want to not have that, like, dominance over me, right? Especially in the bedroom. And that's most women. That's what
most women.
I want. And so, like, we've had this conversation about, the guy that I'm with, what he's comfortable with, right? Like, I've talked to him about the show. He was okay with me coming on it. There are certain things that he, I don't think it's even gotten brought up yet, but I actually do OnlyFans as well.
Oh, yeah, you didn't mention that until she mentioned it for you.
She mentioned it for me briefly. But
do you still work at the school?
I am employed by the school.
Bro.
Do they know?
On leave. Yes, they do know. I am on,
she's on leave. They put her on that admin leave?
Is it the same school too?
Yes, it sure
is.
Okay.
So you're going to have to resign as well. All right. Here we go.
They have asked me to resign. I am not resigning. But yeah, that's a completely different conversation than the one we're having.
Okay.
This man I have a lot of respect for, and so whenever he has told me what he is comfortable with for me to do on OnlyFans versus what he is not comfortable with, I have made those concessions because that's what he told me to do, that this is what he's comfortable with. He is not comfortable with these things, so I'm not doing those things. So, like, for example,
and that makes you more attracted to him.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because women need boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
And also,
and he gave me boundaries that, like, I mean, I'm not, like, we had the conversation. It was a whole conversation. It happened over many days.
Did your husband give you boundaries?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, at the very beginning, I was hiding, right? So, like, I was teaching. So, like, our boundaries were don't show your face.
Megan, you articulated that very well, though.
Can I ask you?
Said that very well.
May I ask a question?
But I think it's pretty obvious that your husband wasn't
I
as
didn't
controlling.
screw other people, but that was just because I didn't.
Oh, you're talking about your
want to.
OnlyFans?
Yes.
Okay, so he let you have it, but he said don't show your face.
Right.
Well, it's because you guys were private in a small town.
But I mean, what about
and I was trying to keep my job.
other things that he have, like, boundaries for? Okay, how about this?
Like,
I'll make it simpler. Who had more boundaries? The guy that you're with now, or your ex-husband? Who had more boundaries, and most importantly, willing to enact on them?
This guy.
Current guy, obviously.
Has more boundaries.
That's what I was saying.
Wait, but that second part, would he actually leave you if you crossed one of those boundaries? Like, is he legitimate about it? Would he actually actively leave you? Yes.
He's left me twice.
Somebody's came back.
Make this up,
Somebody's
bro.
came back, so he
We're
hasn't
good.
left you.
We're
He
fucking
came
good.
back
came
to
back
you.
because I made concessions
Guys,
to
write
do
that-
what
write
he
this shit
wanted
down
me
in
to
our
do.
notes, man.
Okay.
She came back.
Wow.
Yo, what
I'm
did I tell y'all,
agreeing.
man?
Put his foot down
Like,
and
bro,
left.
yo, you gotta literally sometimes kick women to the curb for them to respect you, bro.
I
that's
agree
it.
with you.
I mean, it was
As a woman,
very-
I guarantee if
Before he was
Cowboy
official,
kicked you
whenever
and
he
said,
kicked
"Yo,
me.
I'm done with you," you'd come running back to him because women aren't used to getting dumped by guys.
We weren't
That's facts.
official whenever he kicked
You
me.
ain't
It was
wrong.
just like
Doesn't
we were
matter.
having this conversation.
Doesn't matter.
And he
God
was like,
damn.
if
He
you
stopped
do these
attention and
things.
time, so
I'm
you
getting red
made a
pill.
change for
Wait,
that. So.
can I ask a question?
Okay.
Can I
So
ask
he
a
was just
question?
uncomfortable with some
Can't make
things.
this up.
Wait. Can
You
I
can,
ask
bro.
a question?
All right, go ahead. Go
As
ahead.
another woman,
Yes.
All right,
Like-
go ahead.
like what he was saying, I agree with him 1,000,000% in that aspect. And no disregard towards another female because I don't ever disregard
Just get to the
another
question,
female.
please.
Why? Like, what? Like, do you think it's okay? Like, if it was role reversed, if your man was being like, "Hey, I'm just slinging it like that," and
Yo,
then
Fresh,
I'm
is
just
it
gonna be
so
okay.
man?
Yo, so is that the
Fresh, is this how it sounds? I'm about
So
Henny?
my new man is in my content with me. And like I'm completely okay with that. Is that the question?
No, I'm saying it, you're slinging it back the other way around.
Slinging it another
Wait, who's the question
Another,
towards?
like throwing this ass?
Who are you
or,
asking
like,
this to? You're asking this to who?
I'm speaking to her.
I don't get it.
I'm speaking to
Fresh,
her
that's
with,
all
with,
To her?
with the OnlyFans.
Okay, the question is to her.
Yeah, the
Okay.
OnlyFans.
Yo, I'm
All
quitting Hennessy
With
today.
the OnlyFans and the segment that you were saying about how women like are perceived in that kind of way, like why if your man was being on that,
Would I be okay with him being on OnlyFans?
yes.
He is on OnlyFans.
So she
I
answered
actually-
already.
Yeah, like
Yeah, they
he
do
is,
content
like, They do
together.
content with me.
She
Like he's
means,
the
like,
only
if
person
he,
I do.
If he had his own platform and was like talking to other women,
I mean,
is that what you're
yes,
saying?
yes, yes.
Like,
he
girls
can
were
do
asking
that, but
him to come
there's
do
not
this.
really a market for that.
No, there
I mean,
definitely is. There definitely is.
Not as much.
You're right. Not as much. The percentage is lower.
The
but
percentage is lower. So I would be fine.
Significantly
100%.
lower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would be
super
completely
lower.
fine if he wanted to.
Dudes can't
do
make
that.
money on
But then
OnlyFans like
again,
girls can.
If I'm gonna be completely honest, and I've already said this, today, if he came to me and he's like, "I want to fuck somebody else," I'd be like, "Go get yours," right? Like that's just who I am.
honestly,
Like,
it's the
I'm
best
not-
policy.
Yeah,
Communication.
it's just the communication. Like
Bro, you
I don't want to be lied to. That is my only deal breaker. Like,
Yep.
you just tell me, like, hey, I need some different pussy tonight, and I'm gonna be like,
I need some strange.
all right, have fun. I'll be here. But
Interesting.
that's just me.
You got problems,
Like-
man.
No,
You don't like
goddamn.
an alpha male, like someone that's gonna take like
she already explained
No, I
that.
think
An
that's
alpha male
exactly
not
what
gonna
I
be
want.
she already
Multiple
explained
women.
that.
Alpha male, like
She
somebody to-
literally just
I know, I
explained
agreed with
that
you.
her current guy that she's with now exhibits more dominant alpha traits than her ex-husband, which is why she is kind of with him. He has
Yeah.
more boundaries
Yeah.
and willing. He's already left her twice. I mean, that's the
Yeah,
definition of being able to walk on boundaries.
And say
in
no.
1 month, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
we got some more chats here. We
yeah.
got flight through these because we got
Yeah. If we have time for it. Do you even think we have time for it?
Bro, we don't have time for this, man.
okay. Well, Chris said no.
All right. Chris brought the sharmuta from the soup kitchen, this guy. Anyways, ratings for these used condoms from Fresh. Damn, bro. Deep Fried Grasshopper 4, The Meg 2.5, Icy Sister 2.5, Cassie 4, Anal 4, Coal Burner 4, Cow Shit 3, Honkubine 4, Clown Abortion 1.2, Miss Andy 3.
That was good.
Interesting. Okay.
What the fuck? I think it's an abortion.
All right, Drunky looks like Ursula from The Little Mermaid. That's from Bender the Offender. Camp 2 times. Question for ladies that have kids. Do your kids have their dad's last name or the guy's last name you thought was the father?
Oh shit, Jerry Springer.
right.
What the fuck?
Let's
Where's
move
Jerry
on.
at?
Nola Millions goes, y'all talk about the money and the girls, but never get into detail on how to get the status. I'm 30, a multimillionaire, fit and drive a Huracan, still no status. That's social media, my friend. That's how
Yeah.
you get status. There's a lot of
Marketing.
rich dudes that nobody knows about.
Or care about, by the way.
Yeah. Lie detector does Alexa regret doing OF? Well, I mean, we don't have her hooked up on the thing,
Actually, I do want to ask that question. Do you regret ever starting OnlyFans? Be honest.
Nope.
Into the mic, please.
I wish that there was a different way for me to be successful. Because I
there's
do
plenty of
feel
different ways, though.
Yeah, they are.
yes, but
Maybe harder, but
Where, like dick? Harder?
Where I was, okay, well, all right. Well, given my life or whatever and the opportunity being presented, it was the easiest way. And, well, not the easiest way, but I felt that I could definitely succeed in this. So I definitely went this route. But I am aware that there is major cons to being in the OnlyFans industry. And I personally would have preferred meeting my dream man who could have just taken care of me, and I didn't have to go this route because I believe that I will have problems finding a man. And of course I would have loved to just, you know, do that other route, but here I am now, and I'm still happy in my choosing my life, and it's still exciting and fun. And
so you did it because you kind of gave up on finding a man that would take care of you?
No. It's because the opportunity was presented itself. It was exciting. It was, you know,
convenient.
I felt that I can get to the next level this way, so this is what I chose. But yeah, I would. It's not that I.
Are you content with the fact that your dream man will never want you back?
To be honest, my dream man would be open-minded to this. I feel like I go for a man. I want a man who's open-minded for something a little bit like different than just a regular.
But you said a second ago that you would prefer a controlling man, correct?
I do want a controlling man.
Okay, so you want an assertive, dominant, controlling man, right?
Correct.
Are you aware that these men never commit to women that are in sex work? Period.
Right.
Period. Like, that's just not what we do. Like, we're like, our last names are more important than your happiness. Because if I associate myself with a certain type of woman, it's going to fuck up my status. Why would I go with a girl that makes maybe $100K a month on OnlyFans? That's great and all, but I can just go get it. I make money already. I'm just going to get a girl that won't embarrass me and hurt my legacy.
Yeah, what's 100K?
But at the end of the day,
what I'm trying to explain is that men don't care about women's money.
Yeah, period.
That's my point.
I hear what you're saying.
I'll take a girl that's a brokey that won't embarrass me over a girl that is wealthy but on OnlyFans any day because my status is decreased by what my woman does.
Yeah, 100%.
But what happens when you just get tired of her and she's already at 32 years old? Like in my situation, let's say I went for the man who had the money and took care of me. Yeah. What happens when he just wants something new?
Well, if he took
I'd
care
rather
of
have
you,
put myself in the situation where I can decide. I have other routes other than just him. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fine.
There's so many beautiful women. I live in Florida. There's so many women here.
Yeah.
You understand? So what's to say that he's going to stay with me? I'd rather be the moneymaker and I got my own. And if I find love, I find love.
But that comes at a price, though, ironically enough. Being the moneymaker, that comes at a price that you can't necessarily afford.
Yep.
Does that make sense? Because you're never going to be able to buy a strong, assertive, dominant man that has these traditional qualities that's going to want you back.
And you become a target for
simps and losers. The guys that don't make money. The very men that you're trying to attract are going to be repulsed by you. So they're going to take you seriously. They might have sex with you every now and then. They might go on a date with you. Yeah. But as far as like claiming you, going out on dates with you publicly and saying, this is my woman, most guys are going to shy away from that.
I don't think, listen, so nothing in this world is impossible. There is still a chance. There is still a chance because in the end of the day, I know what I bring to the table, and that's just not just my financial.
What do you bring to the table that a guy would want then?
I feel like I'm intellectual. I'm there for a man. I'm honest. Like, I feel like I'm a man's best friend. I'm not a woman that's going to sit here and say, just tell me what I want to hear. I'm going to be a partner. I'm a good partner. You know,
Well, there's plenty of girls that are 21 that aren't involved in OnlyFans that can have these traits as well.
Loyal. Yeah.
Why does it have to be 20?
That's fine, but in the end of the day, I'm a unicorn, though. I feel like I'm different.
Not
I'm
really.
Unicorn, bro. You're not a unicorn.
Women are way more similar than they think they are. The problem is that we kind of gas women up and shoot sunshines up their rainbows. Rainbows up their asshole, telling them that they're special. But most girls are very, very similar. I mean, matter of fact, when we asked y'all questions, a lot of you guys agreed on some of the takes that we had. Is because biology is biology, and women are attracted to what they're attracted to. So I look at it like you sit there and you say, I'm special, I'm intellectual, blah, blah, blah. These are traits that you could find in a girl that doesn't do OnlyFans.
Well, men are just as.
So I've got a question here for you.
A square girl who hasn't had experiences, who doesn't know what she likes and what she doesn't. Do you really want a woman who hasn't went and experienced other things other than just you?
Let me ask you a better question. Do you think men prefer women with experience or no experience?
Ooh. They're going to cheat on them with the woman with experience.
Answer the question.
And they're going to be more stimulated by the woman who has experience, who can have a conversation.
But hold on. But who has the ring? Who has the title?
Good wife with you.
Who has the title in the ring though?
Yeah.
Who has the title and
who has the title and the ring? The experienced girl or the not experienced girl?
But the not experienced, but who in the end of the day is he feeling excited by? who is
That's a
he
temporary
wanting
feeling.
to
You
go
gotta
and
be
see?
well.
Why would you
Of
want
course,
to-
he's excited to see you. Come
Look.
on, Alexis.
No,
Look.
it's just
Why would
beyond
you-
sex.
Look,
It's,
You gotta be BBL. Come on,
The
relax.
reality is this. I get what you're saying. Like, he's going to be excited to see the other girl because she has experience, but he's not going to commit to her.
not
What
gonna
women
go home
want
to her.
is women don't want to be in the sex only zone, which is what you're describing right now. Women want to be take a last name, have a home, be
Kids,
with a guy that they
family,
like,
yeah.
a kid and family. That's what women get fulfillment from. That's what they get it
Yes.
from. Not being a side piece. What you're describing is side piece lifestyle, which is great. But that does not necessarily mean that you want that. Women want stability with one guy. So
Right.
I would argue the girl that's exciting and has experience, she's
it has
actually the
nothing-
loser
I don't mean
overall.
experience just sexually. I just mean
Bro,
in general.
Life.
Who can hold a conversation? Who?
you can hold
Okay,
on.
look,
Who
let
lives
me
life?
give you guys a breakdown of how men think versus how women think.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I want to be the first one to put her in a Lamborghini. I want to be the first one to put her on a private jet. I want to be the first one to take her to Dubai. I want to be the first one to take her to a nice restaurant. When she has these experiences already, you want to know what men think? Whore.
Slut.
If I see a girl on a private jet, whore. I see a girl at a fancy restaurant, whore. Girl in a Dubai by herself, etc. Not showing pictures of the guy that took her there, whore. Like, men, when they see women with experience, like you're trying to claim, we're not attracted to that.
Yeah.
Men are attracted to women that don't have any experience. That's why since the beginning of time, men want virgins or girls with low body counts. But girls, on the other hand, want a guy that's competent, successful, and older. We are not attracted to the same things. What you're mentioning is what women are attracted to: experience and intellectual and all this other shit. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Can
at
we
all.
Yeah, but what
rewind to-
happens
Yes,
when he
I
gets
have
bored
a
of her? You're not significant. You bring nothing to the table, but just opening your legs and shutting your mouth up.
Because men want peace and quiet, and that's the girl that gets the ring. That's who gets married.
Okay, but
That's who gets married.
They are
I am not
happy with
quiet.
each other, though.
That's
Let's
that
do-
makes the man happy. Because here's yo. Stop interrupting. Men and women are not attracted to the same things. We don't want a girl that's experienced. That's what you want. That's not what we want. We don't give a fuck about none of that.
That's
You-
facts.
Like, you think I go up to a girl like, oh, you own real estate? Oh, that's so hot. My dick is hard. I don't give a fuck. I got real estate. So I'm the one that's going to make the money because I know no matter what girl I get with, she's going to expect me to pay the bill anyway. So why do I care how much money you bring to the table? She's going to expect me to be competent and be experienced. Why the fuck do I give a shit about her experience? Like, men want girls that don't have experience. We want to be the first one to show them certain things. That's how
Okay,
men
so
are.
let me ask you a question. So real quick.
Yeah.
So let's put me and a girl who has not touched the money that I have touched.
Yes.
What happens if you give that other girl the money and she switches up?
What do you mean by that?
Point period blank. Period.
Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's say me. So I've experienced. I've traveled myself. What happens when a man that can offer her more comes into play, or like shows her more than you can?
Well, the thing, the lower a woman's body count, there's studies that show this shit, the higher the likelihood that the marriage will last and that she will not cheat.
Well,
But the higher her
and
body count, the higher the likelihood that she's going to cheat.
But at least you know with me that I know what I want. I've experienced it all, and obviously I'm choosing you. The other girl hasn't.
No, you don't
been
know what you
anywhere.
want because you just made an argument for a cuck, but then you on the other side you said that you want a controlling man.
Right.
So you don't know what you
Well,
want.
She's
because
angling it, saying she's not easily impressed by other people, and that'll make her stay with you longer.
No,
Apparently.
because women build bonds with men that show them their first things.
Right.
So men leave imprints on women. So you want to be the strongest and first imprint on that female. That's why women that are virgins or women that have low body counts last significantly longer in marriages and relationships. They just do.
Have
That's
you
a
went
fact.
into the science of why that is?
There's a bunch of reasons why.
Well, the main reason why is because whenever a woman is entered by a man and not our mouths, like our actual pussies over here, so there's a chemical that gets released, and
Oxytocin.
every single time that we connect with a man, it makes us further away from the man that we actually end up with at the end of the day. So, like, we're not going to be able to make that amazing connection with our husband if you've got 20 people on your body versus 10 people.
So
So
you know.
Oh, I fucking know.
Okay.
You still,
Hey, he's still on the streets.
Hey, I didn't name my body count. I just said I don't know.
that's even worse.
We
by the way.
should ask her
That's
that
even
question.
worse.
Yeah, I mean,
off,
do you
breathe
know
it.
it? You don't know it, right?
I don't count it.
Yeah, that's
I
actually.
don't even know, like,
All right,
honestly.
okay.
Well, either way, the point I'm trying to make is that experience for men is not as important as women try to argue. Is we actually prefer inexperience versus women prefer experience. That's just what it is. We want to be the first for you.
So what do you think about our prince, King Harry? No, I'm sorry, not our prince. The prince, King Harry, who married Meghan Markle.
Oh boy.
He got ridiculed
Harry.
for it. Think about that.
He got ridiculed, but here's the thing. Is he not still with her? And guess what? Everything's settled down now, and the royal family has brought him back into the family now that he's stood up for his woman. But they only what is it called? They only outcasted her because of her being an actress. She showed her nipple on one of her shows, and that's why the whole family basically said like she's not allowed because she was an actress.
You just literally proved my point. A woman's past can lower her own man's status. We have a prince getting shunned by his own royal family because of the female that he selected to bring in.
He was shunned, past tense. He is no longer. And they've been completely accepted into the royal family. He just had to put his foot down and say, "Look, this is my woman."
They did that for PR reasons. The reality is that they did that 100% for PR reasons.
Are you a part of their PR group?
Everyone in England. Have you been to England?
Well,
have you been to England?
Have I been to England?
Yes.
Maybe?
Have you
Multiple
been?
times.
Oh, okay, sure. Probably on someone else's dime. But either way,
actually, I had my own travel company for 3 years that I traveled on my own.
No one respects him in England. Everyone shits on him for it. He's constantly criticized by British media for what he did. No one respects men that wife up whores, especially men that wife up whores and try to bring them into royalty. That is why. That's
you think Meghan Markle's a whore for being an actress? I'm genuinely curious about your opinion on this.
I'm curious.
For the purposes,
that was just a strong word on it. So
she is a whore.
Is that what you consider?
Yes, she is a whore.
Because
she dated a bunch of NBA players. She was out here fucking doing some dumb shit. For someone who's a prince in England that has the type of status that he has, the higher status, the more sensitive you have to be about the women that you bring into said status.
Yeah.
So he literally was ostracized from his own family because of the woman that he decided to bring in. If that does not prove my point that a man's status can be decreased by his female's past behaviors, I don't know what else proves it.
Well, actually, I was bringing up the point that you said a man with status would never be with a girl like that. So, Alexis, they would. And you might just get yourself a king because a king married a whore, so why can't you
never know. I'm saying nothing is impossible.
When I say females give each other terrible advice.
Don't listen to my ass.
Actual statistical. Seriously.
Well, what are your stats on OnlyFans? Because you're probably like 0.003. So our stats are very extreme percentages.
This is what I mean, man. Like y'all give each other destructive, terrible advice that is not realistic.
Move her away from me. I'm giving her bad advice.
You are giving her bad advice. You're giving her terrible advice. And girls do this to each other all the time. It's like, no, girl, you do what you want to do, blah, blah, blah. Like, there's a guy out there for you.
No, the thing is, she already did it.
What's your relationship?
She already did it. She's already done. She's already labeled herself as a whore. It is what it is. So, like, the best I can do is just
lie.
But it's not a lie.
Lie.
It's not a lie. No, it's facts. It happened.
Nothing is impossible.
It happened.
Like,
so you want us to give you hope, right?
A whore.
You don't have to give me hope. I feel that I will find my man who will accept everything that I've done. I don't want to find him yet. I'm too busy experiencing and having my fun, doing my OnlyFans, having girl time, whatever it is.
So when do you want to settle down, though?
What?
When do you want to find a guy then?
Whenever I don't want a certain age, but in my 30s, I would love to.
Is it going to be harder?
Yeah. You're going to have more value in your 30s now.
It doesn't matter with the right man that loves me. It's just
Girl, just manifest.
and nothing is impossible.
Yeah, you got something?
You got it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to ask you because they had asked, like, do you regret doing OnlyFans? Did you go to college?
I started to and I didn't.
So you don't have a degree, you just...
No.
Okay. So do you not think that instead of choosing OnlyFans, you could probably pursue something else?
Well,